Learned a lot about the alleged suspect and the gunman in this case, 31-year-old Cole Allen. It's raised new questions about a possible motive and his profile as an alleged suspect in this case. Tom Warrick, a former senior DHS official, is back with us tonight, giving us an updated analysis.
We've learned a lot over the last 24
Yeah.
hours about the suspect and gotten more information about the scene itself. Based on what you've heard, what do you think?
Well, it was good that they stopped him as quickly as they did. And so this was the first line of defense, and it succeeded. But there are already questions being asked about why weren't there earlier lines of defense? Why wasn't any event in which you had the president, the vice president, the Speaker of the House, in other words, the entire constitutional line of succession, why wasn't that designated as a national security special event, the way the State of the Union speech is, the way the national conventions are, and ever since 2021, the way the January 6th counting of ballots is now considered a national security special event. So something like this almost certainly will be in the future, and that would have brought additional security, additional planning. They would have started to screen guests who were staying in the hotel, even if they weren't going to be going to the actual dinner. And so, yes, there are a number of measures that clearly would have improved the security at an event like this.
We've learned a lot about the alleged suspect, the gunman in this case, as police have described him. We know that he's 31 from California, and that he has also written a manifesto where he sort of espoused particular viewpoints. That's according to investigators. What does that tell you about the alleged suspect's state of mind and maybe potentially a motivation in this case?
Well, having read the manifesto, it reads like a lot of others that I've read over my career. Someone who feels motivated by political grievances. He's not very articulate as to what those are. He doesn't have a clear idea for how his actions are going to make the world a better place. Quite the contrary. He's aware that his actions are wrong. He asks forgiveness from his family, who he is going to obviously bring under enormous scrutiny. And so obviously, whether his legal defense will be one based on mental incapacity, we can't tell yet. But very clearly, this is a troubled individual like so many others who have done this. There's a lot about this young man that does look like a troubled individual, somebody who does not really fit in, did not have the kind of stable life that most people aspire to live to. And I think we're going to find out more about the problems that he was having with his personal life and professional life. These things usually do take several days before they come out. And I've got no doubt that we're going to hear more that makes it clear this is a very troubled individual. The one obvious thing is people like this, and by the way, this is like the Uvalde school shooter and a number of others I could go through. You wonder whether there was someone who knew in advance this person was headed down the wrong direction. If there had been somebody that those people could have turned to try to get this young man the kind of help and counseling he needed, this entire attack might have been averted.